Welcome, Mr. Winner Oyebanjo. So let me quick story. I saw your content on TikTok, and I was just looking at you sharing your war stories about a startup, and I was just stuck on your page. I scrolled to the end. Great advice for founders. I said, no, no, no. I need to speak to this guy to come and tell us what he's building. Let him tell us the scars that he has gotten in running a business in Nigeria and in the world. Welcome to the Paulful Podcast, my brother. How you doing, man?
Thank you very, very much for having me. Thank you very much for having me. I'm fine,
Great.
thank
Tell us a little bit about you.
you. Well, there's a lot of facets, really, but I'll just keep it very brief. I'll give you the Twitter version, just like you used to say in your
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
I'll give you the Twitter version. So, I'm Winner Oyebanjo Oyekunle, and I was born into um, Winner Oyebanjo Oyekunle, right? And I was born into a tech family. My mom is a programmer. My dad is also a developer. Um, and we, I was born around computers, really. My ability to actually use the computer and my ability to actually program, code, and have like communication with like different teams and all that was not learned in school, or like the conventional, like all the startup experience that I really needed. I had gained it
Mm,
already from my mom, because I watched her grow at computer school, because she had a computer school. I watched her grow at computer school from a very, very small place in our house, to one of the biggest computer schools in Lagos mainland, and I watched her also work for like the government a little bit, during Yaradua time as a
mhm.
web developer, graphic designer, you know. So my knowledge has been hands-on, really. I remember my own earliest memory of, you know, making money from tech was like the early 2000s, like 2008.
Mm.
You know, I was 8 years old as at that time. There's
Yeah,
this
because I wanted to say you just turned 25, 20 something.
Yes,
You
yes, yes,
just
yes, yes.
celebrated
I
your
just turned
birthday. Yeah.
25. Yeah. So I was 8 years old as at that time, 8, 9. And by the way, I'm just going to clear the air now, because I know some of my followers will come and watch this podcast. A lot of people think I'm actually telling lies when it comes to my timelines and my age and all that, And everything is verifiable, you know. Everything is verifiable. And I remember this oil company then that I used to work for my mom. That my
Hmm.
mom used to work for, right? She used to handle their server, their web design, and all those things. And that time was when they were still using Dreamweaver for web design and all that. You know, I remember my mom wasn't around. She went to Port Harcourt. I was the only one in the office. My mom's twin sister is in Port Harcourt. I was the only one in the office, and they were like, we know, don't you know how to do this thing? Because the man was rushing. I was playing video games on the computer. I was like, you know what? I'll do it. How much are you going to give me? He said, I'll give you 120. 120 naira. School don't show for tomorrow.
Mm.
I was like, you know what? Okay, don't worry. I'll even do more than my mom for you. So I tried to do the work, uploaded the front the front end of the website and all that, and it was live. He printed out what he wanted to print also and all that. And that was my first money that I made. That okay, I did work, and you know, I'm very, very thankful that my dad allowed me keep that money. That day I remember buying swear, doing a lot of things. So yeah, since
I
then
like that.
it has really been a lifestyle for me, really. I don't see tech as work. I see it as my calling in a way. I see it
I
as
like
like
that. I like that.
I see it like my calling is kind of to help use tech to help African businesses, because even right from growing up in my school, we used to have different things. Like I was the guy that if the computer lab was not working, go and call
You'll
that boy
come.
for my seat. Go and call that boy. I'll just come, and I'll just come. I'll tell the guy, the computer teacher. I was like, Mr. Sawyer, And by the way, I'm calling his name because I used to tell him the story every time. I said, Mr. Yeah, the VGA is not connected. That's why the monitor is not showing. You know, you need to connect the VGA. You know, I opened the power pack. I show him. I said, see, this is what the problem is. And this is because, like, my mom always take me to Ikeja. There was one guy like that in Ikeja, a very popular guy. He's in politics now. I won't mention his name. He take me to their shop. My mom would just dump me there for like 2 weeks. You know, so my summer holidays, I wasn't really doing, playing football or like doing normal stuff. I'll just be there watching
Observing.
them unpack computer, pack it back. So that's really my childhood, really. And
Wow.
it still reflects like now.
Very powerful, very powerful. So what are you building now?
Well, what I'm building now, what I'm building now, I feel like I was telling well, my startup is 1 year yesterday. Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I was telling my staff in the we did a little hangout in the office, and I was telling my staff that I feel like Jonah in the Bible. You know, when God told him to do this particular thing, he said no. I want to go and do the flashy things. Then
Mm.
he still came back to come and do it. Because what I'm doing now as um, I'm building software for small African businesses. Really, that's like the summary of what I'm building. I'm building Shopify for Africa. I'm building. I want I'm going to give you like the vision. Like, I want anybody in Africa to sit down and say, you know what? I want to start selling laptops, and in the next 1 hour, they can have a fully functioning laptop business.
I like that.
So what do I mean by this? On our app, you can sign up, create a website in 5 minutes, upload your product, and by website I mean fully functioning websites. We have integrations with Paystack already. I met the CEO, great guy.
Shola.
Yes. We have integration with Cash on Rails and some banks also, 9PSB and all that. Um, so on the payment side, we are really really good. On the settlement side, we are also good too. So the ability for you to like open the website really really fast, because at the end of the day, like the future of trade is digital. So, and counter to what a lot of people believe, we are still a lot of people are masked by what they see in Lagos, right? So they don't understand the ecosystem fully.
Mm.
We are still not yet there digitally when it comes to like African businesses. You
Mm.
know, coming from somebody that I was my mother's handbag. I traveled with her everywhere.
Lovely.
So I went to Abriba, I went to Port Harcourt, and I see how they do business. I see how they do business. I went to Delta State, different places, and I see that if Lagos people have Instagram, those people they are still relying on. They still
What's
have
up?
book, paper and book. You know, so um, so the ability for those to be able to access more customers is really through a website, a functioning e-commerce website, and it needs to be very simple. Um, so yeah, in a nutshell, what we're trying to build is we're trying to build a software that helps small businesses open their websites really really fast and start selling immediately. We're
Fantastic.
powering that. We're powering entrepreneurs, and I really, really give thanks to God because in the last 6 months we've been able to scale to over 10,000 users.
That's a
And
lot.
um, and the funny thing, last month, no, 2 weeks ago actually, 2 weeks ago was when we launched this storefront. So we've been building, but we're just building ERP softwares for our users. So you
Mm.
manage your products, manage your inventory, manage your multiple branches within one dashboard, because we realize that a lot of businesses they have. Oh, backstory, yeah. Backstory. How I actually decided to build this software.
What's the name of the software again so that people can
Now,
know that?
now, River
Now, I know
now,
that.
now. So the reason why I named the software now, and this is the first time I'm saying this, the reason why I named it now is because the source of River now is Lake Victoria, and my mother's name is Victoria.
Oh, beautiful.
So And my dad is very, very jealous, by the way. So, so yeah, so the name of software is Now, and I believe that we are going to. I believe, first of all, I believe like the next set of unicorns are going to be unicorns that power trade, right? That's like my prediction. If because we've solved a lot of problems as Nigerians and as Africans, as somebody that has traveled a little bit, we've solved a lot of problems. So the next set of problems that we really need to solve is the
Straight.
ability for somebody in Lagos to sell to somebody in Senegal without worrying, without really worrying much.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
The ability for somebody in Egypt to sell to somebody in Lagos without worrying much. So things like that, right?
Makes sense.
So and just the ability to actually trade seamlessly and grow with scale. Like usually now, for example, some of our vendors. 2 weeks ago, we launched the storefront, and
Yeah.
we have like but we just did normal ERP products and all, and we have. Uh, I created a post. I created a post, and I told my users, my followers on TikTok.
Follow us.
Guys, see you. We've actually created a storefront feature. I started my TikTok 6 months ago, also.
And you have
No,
like 20 something thousand followers.
yeah. I started my 6 months ago, in January. So I told my followers, I say, oh boy, we've launched the storefront. Oh, now you can open it, start selling, and I'm going to onboard you personally myself. Send me a DM, I'll onboard you. That's the biggest mistake I made because I had over 3,000 DMs, and I'm not exaggerating.
Oh my goodness. But speaking of that, I want to segue quickly on the question that I think I've seen a video of you doing it, but I'm sure it will be of value to a lot of people. How did you get specifically your first 1,000 users?
Oh, okay. How did I first? Okay, so the thing is, first, I've never really spent any money on marketing. I've not spent a dime on marketing. So I won't lie, my first 1,000 users, I think I got it like by going live on TikTok, really. So the thing is, the
How many
nights
times
that
a week were you going live on TikTok a week?
okay, so that first 1,000 users was like going live like twice. I'm not even
A
gonna
week.
lie. Yes, no, just twice. Like not twice a week consistently, but twice. So I've been posting since January. Then in February, before Valentine, I made a content on my page that had like over 500,000 views or something, and the content was kind of controversial around like businesses in Africa, and and like the business model of franchising, and the downside, the upsides, and all those kind of things. So I now said it at the end of the video that I'm going to be going live and we'll be rolling out our software very soon. That if it's something that you think you are going to be excited about, come to the live by 10 p.m. And that day we had over like 6,000 people on the live on TikTok. So, and it was very overwhelming because I was not even on 10,000 followers yet. So I was like, oh wow. So I just had like a wait list ready. The product itself was not even ready. So I just told the gang on the live video, because the way I organize the live sessions, it's usually like, oh, okay, guys, it's usually interactive, really. We just talk, tell me what you're building, tell me what you're working on. And the thing is, I was very transparent about my process. So on the live session, I taught people how I registered my company in the US. I shared my screen. I didn't hide anything. I said, this is how I did it. This is the commission I'm charging people when they order through a website that they create with Now. This is how it works. This is how it works, And I got live feedback. A lot of people said your UI is really bad. And the person that's told me your UI is bad is working as a UI designer here now. So
No, for all the
so
novice, please, what is UI? What is the difference between UI and UX? What is UI? So
okay,
that
so
they will know.
UI is the interface, like the look
Yes, the
the look
user
and the feel.
interface. Yeah,
The
yeah,
UX is the experience. So
yeah.
the guy said, oh, your ladies, your UI is not bad. It's not good. Though. It's really, really bad. I was like, are you a UI designer? Join the live and tell me what is bad about it. So it was a mini interview, and you know, so that was the night really that I feel like triggered it for us. And after the live session, I checked the my Google Analytics, the dashboard of our software, and I realized that we had hit like 1.4 thousand signups. So that was really it for me, really. But like I said, as I grow, I'm beginning to understand a few things about like building because I've built 3 startups now. I
Yeah, so
exited
you said.
one.
So you said.
I raised for my former, and I begin to learn a lot of things that if you are building something and you are experiencing friction, like too much friction, you are probably not supposed to be building that thing.
Really?
Now, some people might disagree with what I'm
Yeah,
about to say.
I'm wondering because so what's the place for persistence? Founders say they stayed on and then they broke through.
Okay, so this is the thing, yeah. People believe that persistence is you trying to force what is not working, but that's not really persistence. That's just stubbornness.
This guy.
If 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 persistence is you trying to ensure that what is working really give you the desired outcome, you understand? Like you are persist. You see, there's a this I'm not saying that you shouldn't chase the path of resistance, but I'm saying that you should chase the path of least resistance. You understand what I'm saying? Like all the things I've been doing to this point, all the things I've been doing to this point, I swear nothing has worked like this before. Like people that I know that I'm not even supposed to be in conversations with. Like after this call now, I have like one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies being on. But after this call, right, I'm going there to have the meeting. One of the biggest pharmaceutical companies. I'm talking about a company that supplies like if not if not 60% of the malaria medicine in this country. You know, signing up to us. So how did I get it? It was through TikTok. So is really I feel like as founders, yeah, and that's where founder product fit comes in. You know, you need to be able to look at it and say, you know what? Like, am I the right guy?
To
You
drive
know,
this.
like for example, my former startup, I raised like thousands, but I wasn't
For
really the right
dollars.
guy.
Mm.
I wasn't the right guy. It's not even about strategy. It's not about strategy. It's not about it's not about strategy. It's not about
But you
I,
stumbled your way into this channel product fit. Can I say
well,
that you stumbled your way into this channel because you are very fit for TikTok? Your product is channel product fit. Perfect. Did you
well,
stumble your way into this? Was it intentional?
okay. So, um, I won't say I won't say I stumbled my way into it. Even though, yeah, there's some sense of yeah that oh I stumbled into like the TikTok thing. I think you're referring to TikTok, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would say I stumbled my way into it fully because um my younger sister, right? We're just two. My younger sister, she has almost 1 million followers on TikTok,
What does
right?
she do? What does she
She's
sell?
she's a she's a food influencer, right? She has almost 1 million
Oh,
followers on TikTok, and she just told me. She said, my brother, have you tried? Have you gone on TikTok? Have you gone on TikTok? You know, I'm very reserved. I'm very I'm not I am I won't say I'm introverted or extroverted. I practice introversion sometimes. I practice extroversion, right? Because if I say I'm introverted, I'm labeling myself. But I just practice it, and I just feel like practicing introversion is more comfortable for me, right? So she said just try TikTok. So one day now, she was like, make a video. I'll post it on my story. Let's see people's reaction. So I made a video, and like a lot of people really liked the video. They were just talking about it, and really, I think the videos I've been making, or I made the videos I made at first weren't about startup. I was just sharing life experiences personally, right? Psychological experience, because I'm an avid reader. Like I read a lot. I have my library here, and my dad, um, my dad is somebody that doesn't play with the books, man. He doesn't play with the books, and he
I
reads a
like your
lot.
dad. I like
Yeah.
your dad already. I like him already. He's my kind of guy.
So I read, like, so I was just sharing some of the things I've read and some of the things I realized about human nature. Karl Marx, Richest Man in Babylon, The Alchemist, those kind of books that resonate with me a lot. So sharing like the theory behind them, then I now realized that there is a market gap with young Nigerians like me. I used to think that a lot of people are all for the dancing and all that, but like there is a gap. There is a gap where some people really, even they want the dance, they want all that, but they want
You
something,
want to think.
something, internal. You understand what I'm trying to say? So so I just started making those kind of contents really, and that's how it took off. I remember, you know making different psychological contents, talking about confidence, talking about my own personal experiences and all that. And yeah, so yeah, I stumbled upon it, but it's kind of also a strategic thing that I just feel like I really should do this. And I realized something though. I realized something.
Mm.
I realized that because of the cost and how expensive it's going to be to actually build now, I decided that I was not going to do the corporate route, right? I wasn't going to I made that mistake in the past with my former startup, trying to look all corporate, trying to,
I'm serious.
yeah. So I said I was going to go the relatable route. So, and that strategy has been working for us. We launched our business TikTok account last week, and we've hit 1,000 followers already. So it has been working for us. So we realized that Instagram is saturated already with like all these startups, you know. But the TikTok, like they are not there,
Mm,
So it's just like a open market. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, you know
very
what?
well.
I told my team, you know what? We are going to double down on TikTok. TikTok is going to be our major and only social platform,
Channel.
really. So we try to um, utilize the kind of content style that we make, ensure that it's extremely relatable, ensure that we also ensure that it trickle down to our customer service, right? I also ensure that I took position in over marketing. So instead of trying to chase the customers, I put ourselves in like in a light where they get to come to us and see us as professionals. So yeah, that's really it.
Very, very. I like the fact that your content they are not over polished. Is very, very relatable. I think that's intentional. You just see the
Very,
title on
very.
it. You just hold that your mic, and you are just, you know, hitting the thing away. I'm like, this guy gets it. And this kind of content, if you now over polish it, nah, 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 nah. So the next thing I want to ask you is, why is it that what's your advice to founders becoming the head of marketing in quotes? Creating the playbook, because right now you have a playbook that you're rolling out there, consciously or unconsciously. Why is that important for founders or CEOs of companies?
Well, Mr. Paul, you see, um, I feel like we're entering the era of founder-led growth, right?
Mm,
Um, there's nothing like there's nothing like you being the behind the scenes strategist anymore, right?
mm,
Like, and really though, I tell my friends and guys that I know that are building startups like me right now, that they are trying to, be like the mysterious CEO and all that. I try to let them understand something that if you look at it very well, the biggest executives right now, they are not becoming mysterious anymore. They are coming out. You understand? They are
Yeah,
showing their face.
yeah.
So I really think, because of the fact that the kind of audience that are out there now, the millennial, Gen Z, they can see through the bullshit. They can see through corporate shenanigans, like, oh, they can see through all those things. You know. So, for example, imagine going live and getting over 1,000 signups. And do you know how much I would have spent if I was to go through the normal route of shooting a campaign?
Your cost of acquisition, your CAC on that kind of
So,
number of customers will
so
be
exactly.
very
So my
high.
cost of acquisition is going to be very, very high. So that's how it is really. That's how it is really. So I feel like it's very, very important that as founders, especially the ones that are bootstrapping, especially the ones that are bootstrapping, you should really, really carry your business on your head. Those are also some of the mistakes that I think I made with my former startup. Um, I was talking to the CEO of Trips. Trips, very
Yeah,
very
yeah.
eloquent guy, Mr. Oyinka, and
Yes, my son did an intern there for a few days
oh,
in
okay,
their
okay,
in the,
great.
in their Lekki office. Yeah.
Yeah, so and we were having a conversation. I was preparing for a pitch, right? And I was very, very nervous that day, and I just broke down really. And he was trying to let me understand something, that when he started Trips himself, like even till today, he still goes out to actually ensure that customers are onboarded, things are actually done. It's not like you are one behind the scenes guy. You understand what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, you have to get active. You have to get active
Mm.
and be the one in charge. And I realize that when you do that, it is usually different. Like
Yeah.
the fact that my content team know that if they don't shoot it, Mr. Winner is going to on camera and shoot it.
Mm.
So and it will probably do more numbers than the one they will do. Keeps
I
them on
like
their
that.
toes.
I like that.
So yeah, and he also goes
But
to the dev part of things too.
mhm.
He also goes. It's not just marketing. I think it's every part of the company. I think you should really, really understand your company to the extent that the team knows that this is a capable commander. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to lead an army where you don't know how to do what they are really doing. Like today now, we had some issues with APIs. Man, I fired up my MacBook. Oh, the MacBook is still here. I fired
Mm.
up the MacBook immediately. Oh, and I started organizing the APIs myself, because so I really think it's not just marketing. As this founder, you should really have good knowledge on, especially if you're a small startup, have good knowledge on like different aspects.
So how many users do you currently have now for Nile on Nile?
Ah, right now, 10.6 or so. When I checked it last, 10,000, 10.6K. Yeah. So,
That's very, 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 very impressive.
and
I'm just wondering, why don't you share UGC content on your page, or do you have another page where you share? Because I noticed that there's no UGCs in all. You're
well,
smiling. Was it intentional?
well, the thing is,
So, guys, for
at
those of you who
first,
don't know what a UGC is, UGC means user generated
user
content, like
generated.
testimonials and all those type of
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes, yes.
Because I was wondering why
So
there was none installed in
I
you.
was
So
I
that was
was
putting
I
you.
was talking to Paystack team 2 days
Okay.
ago, and we had some issues, and they said, "Oh, can you send us? Why is it that you don't have any video testimonial or something or whatever?"
Oh, so the
You know,
amount of two weakness. Because
and
Revolut, yeah? Revolut, yeah? Revolut Bank.
I know Revolut. I know Revolut.
I love the brand. Great company.
Great
50
brand, by the way.
million
Yeah.
users. I mean, if a company wants to study content, you study that they get it. They log is tiny. They share a lot of UGC content, so back to your question, why
Yeah.
don't you do that?
That's something I want to explore. That's what I want to explore. It's just that um, I think um, we have at first we're using my TikTok, my own personal TikTok for promotions. Obviously, I don't want to share UGC on my TikTok, so that's why we decided to create like the separate
Company.
business TikTok account so that um, we can have like content on that place. We have like users that have sent us a lot of reviews, video reviews,
Oh, you gotta
and all
share it,
that.
man.
But
You gotta
yeah, we
share
hope
it.
to actually roll that out really, really soon. I think UGC is really, really important. Not
Very
just
compelling.
not just because of not just for the marketing itself, but um, for the feedback it gives us as a company, right? Because I'm very, very keen on feedback. Right now on our website, my personal number is there, right?
No, there's something you even said something in one of your videos. Say you're even keen on the negative feedbacks. So I should
Yes,
I watch yourself.
exactly.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
so that you can.
Exactly.
I thought that
So
was a very powerful mental
yes.
model. I thought
As a
that was
matter of
brilliant.
fact, I'm even I'm even looking towards the negative ones more than the positive ones because um first time founders, and I come across them a lot. With first time founders, they say, "Oh, like this person says something bad about my product. The person is wrong. I'll prove the person wrong." I'm like, "Okay, bro, take a deep breath. Your product might be probably bad. Like, have you really thought about it? The product is bad. I talk to my engineers every day, and first things first. Well, when we want to onboard you as an engineer in now, one thing that I really, really tell the new guys is never take a complaint or never take like a complaint as complaint. Always take it as feedback. That's the first thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because the moment you start seeing it as a complaint, it's negative. So take it as feedback. Take the
Winner, I just
information.
want to hold on a second. This episode of the Paul Fo podcast is sponsored by Soft Pager. Do you have a sales team or you run your sales yourself? Do you know how many sales calls your salespeople made to create that sale? Do you know the next step? Do you document your sales activities? We believe that if you document your financial activities, you should also document your sales activities. So there are some of the biggest real estate companies in Nigeria. They all use SoftPager to run and manage their sales team. So click on the link in the show notes, book a demo to see how SoftPager can help you manage your sales team. And if you sign up to SoftPager, I personally, because I'm part of SoftPager, will train your sales team on increasing sales conversion rates. So back to the episode with Mr. Winner. That's why it's winning. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so that's really it for me though. Like I just try to ensure that um, we take the feedback, we run with it, iterate, come back, take the feedback, run with it, iterate, come back as fast as we can. You know, and we also use like the fake door test a lot. So most of the rollouts that we roll out, we don't have the products yet. I don't have the leverage to spend like 2 3 hours, 3 weeks, 2 weeks to build a product that I don't know if it's going to be used. So I don't have that time. So I come out, I do a simple landing page, and I announce on my social guys. We already have, for example, now there's something that we are rolling out, and I'm going to announce it today or tomorrow. Um, for like we realize that there's no Nigerian software that caters to the service based industry, like makeup artists, salons, barbers, like booking of appointments and all that. So just like we have a landing page, e-commerce website for people that sell products, the appointment landing page is going to be for service providers, right? So you sign up, you just get a simple interface, just like Calendly, but it's going to be within the ecosystem where you can also get invoice and all that. So um, we're going to put that out there and tell people that, oh, we have this already. If you know that you'll be interested, click the link in bio. Then from there we'll now track Do
Do you
people
have like
really
a wait?
want it?
You have like a wait list.
Yes, and we don't. And one another thing is, I don't really like doing wait lists for just joining sake. You have to pay, so I'll know you're serious.
I like that.
So, um,
Oh my
so
goodness.
most of the wait lists we have a paywall there. If you know
Even
you
if it's
really
a
want,
small money, so I think it shows
yeah,
interest.
yeah. If you know you really want the product, show some love. You know, um, pay something. Let's ginger me. You understand? And ginger me so I can actually give you the product. You know, and that's how we did now. You know, before I actually started building now, I had I had have a conversation with like a very big retailer in Abuja. She processes like over 1 billion in transactions, and I'm not exaggerating.
Per day,
And
per month.
I told her, I told her that, oh, I'm building a software. Like, she was like, oh my god, I actually need it for my business. I said, how many branches do you have? She said, I have 6 branches. What's the price? How much is it? I swear, between me and you, I don't have a pricing. I just said, oh ma, it's ₦1 million. She was like, oh, ₦1 million, and it's going to solve the problem for me. I'll be able to get my reports. I'll be able to get like sales report, everything. I was like, yes, give me your account number. I was like, what? If one person is going to pay for this, then I mean, what's left? So that's how I started building now, really. So, you know, I was the CTO of a company, DMX Logistics, as at that time, and that was when I met the woman, and she was like, okay, cool, I'm going
So
to pay
she
for it. So
validated your idea.
yeah, so that's how we really started. So I don't start anything without seeing that people are ready to pay, because it's a waste of time.
I I really. What's your advice to founders or entrepreneurs who say I'm camera shy? And with AI now and the cost of acquisition going up, and they have a freaking phone in their hands. Because your story is remarkable. 10,000 users off the back of just your phone on TikTok. And there's nothing fancy in this guy's TikTok. You won't see him running images. The dude just owns his phone. He just said, today, I want to talk to you guys. I'm like, yo!
Well, I think I think being camera shy is a phase, and
Mm.
everybody has that phase. Everybody has that phase. Um, I'll tell you the fact, yeah. Also, there's something I realize about like content. A lot of people, they are not really camera shy. They've not just found their style. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, Do you know my style? Where I am my most effective is when I'm seated. I'm in front of my phone. You understand? I'm talking. My sister's style, for example, my younger sister, she doesn't do sitting videos. She thinks it's boring. You understand? She rather stands. You understand? For example, now I have a friend. His style is inside his car. He doesn't make any
Mm.
video outside his car. He does. So
Mm.
I feel like you need to find your style. So and you can't find your style until you try different things.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you're not really camera shy. You're not really shy. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something. You are not shy of anything in any way. You have not just found your style. Like um even goes with fashion. It even goes with pitching. Like this company I said I was going to go and meet after this call now, for example. Before I went, they had told me like I they had told me that a lot of 4, 5, 6 other applications had gone already, and they didn't take them, you know. And my assistant was like, sir, you need to wear a suit, you need to do this, you need to do that. And as somebody that I've understood sales, right? Because my first startup actually entailed sales. We built a software for like Lagos State Chamber of Commerce that powers like the trade fair in Lagos State. So I had to do a lot of selling. So, and one thing I realized about selling that people don't understand is that you need to be in your own element. You understand? If you know that it is a regalia that you will wear, that it will help you convert that sale, wear your regalia.
So it
You understand what I'm
transfer the
saying?
same enthusiasm and energy that
So
you feel for the product
exactly.
to the
So
buyer.
I went there. I wore my native as a proper Yoruba man. I put my Yoruba cap on, and I walked in like I owned the place. To be honest, I was like, "Hi, I'm looking for so and so." They said, "Okay, have your seat." We sat down. Then the funniest thing happened. I know you from TikTok. I know you from TikTok. A lot of their staffs, a lot of their staffs came
Oh my
around.
goodness, I like that.
A lot of their staff came around. I know you from TikTok. Started asking me questions. Some of them showed me that. See, why didn't you answer my message? I sent you a message 3 days ago. You didn't answer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I was then weird. What's funny? The HR came. I know your face. The HR. I know your face. Where did I know you?
That's a close sale, man. You have closed
I
it.
know I've seen your video somewhere. You're the advisor on TikTok. So, and honestly, it made me even feel at home more. So I was like,
Brilliant.
hey, you know what? This thing is even done already, really. It's done. So I went to the MD. The guy was playing chess, and I always remember at the back of my mind, one of my mentors used to tell me that sales is a conversation. She's one of the biggest names in the oil industry, and she used to tell me every time. She carries me along. I was working. As I entered the workforce at like 16 years old, 17 years old. I was working in Lekki. I was sleeping in office. I didn't want to go into that, but she always tell me. She takes me along. I've seen her close like multi-million-dollar deals, and she always tell me that, winner, as long as you can have a conversation with the person, you can sell to the person. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The moment
yeah.
you start making it look as if it is not a conversation,
Official.
you
Mm.
understand? So I was like, chief. As I entered, I was like, chief, I can beat you at this game. Oh. So it was playing chess,
They are building
and
rapport.
everybody was like, what's wrong with this guy? And we now had a conversation. I told him what I want to do. I told him what we can do for them as an organization. And let me tell you one very shocking thing. When I got there at first, I done like an invoice, and the HR called me because she saw my videos and all. She said, winner, are you sure this your invoice is accurate? Make it times four. I was like, times four. She said, yes. She said, yes. That's what is actually accurate. She said, as a matter of fact, safe, that when I make this in times four, right, I'm still to compare to like the level of work that they believe that I'm going to give them, because of the knowledge that I've shown on my socials. They know that it is safe with them. You understand? And this is something that they've been trying to call me to come and pitch to them, but I was not even around. I didn't take it seriously because I traveled. I was in Delta at the time. So I went in. I spoke to the guy. I told him the amount. I was like, okay, cool. Then, and there's something I used to do at the end of every negotiation or at the end of every deal, right? My madam used to say, you must live with something. You understand? You must live with something. An
Mm.
agreement, money, something.
Mm.
You understand? Don't come back without, if without something, So I was like, oh, so chief, when would you want to get started? Would you want to like do like an advance payment or something? He's like, you know what? Well, the normal, oh, okay, you know what? I'll revert.
Mm.
Like, what if we do this? Can we break it into phases? Approve this first phase. Then when I send it, you pay for the first phase. I send it over to you. Once you are good, then we continue with the entire thing. You
Mm.
understand? Right there, he wrote me the check. I left with something. You understand? So, I think the whole concept is just really just understanding. There's nothing like being shy. Just know your vibe. Know your vibe. My dad used to tell me every time in Yoruba. I'll just translate it to English. Um, know the son of who you are. And always understand that. Always understand that you are in charge. You know, you are in charge regardless. Like, even if it doesn't work out, you're still in charge. You know, even if it doesn't work out, you're still in charge. So, you know, just do your
No,
thing. You
Wina,
know.
this is a great place to end this episode. I tell you. First of all, I'm observed that you have a great relationship with your dad and your mom. That is very, very clear. It's very obvious. So I want to do some fire rounds with you. What's your favorite? What are your top three favorite books and why?
Ah, oh God, I don't want this. Okay.
Or what are you reading right now? So let me show you what I'm reading
Oh,
right now.
what
When
I'm
I
reading
think
right
every
now.
startup founder should read that book. Just be talking. Let me get you the book I'm reading right now. You're right here in front of me.
What is it? Hello? All right. So,
Yeah, so I'm currently reading The Startup Code by Mukesh Bansal. This to me, killer book.
wow,
Every
okay.
startup founder should read this book. He built a big unicorn
Okay.
business in India.
So I would say for me right
You
now,
know,
I'm reading The Rise and Fall of Strategic Planning. I think that's probably one of the best managerial book out there.
it's been a great podcast interview with Mr. Winner Oyebajo. Click on the subscribe button if you are listening to this on Spotify. Click on the subscribe button if you are listening to this on Apple Podcast. And I'll speak to you soon. Do have a fantastic day, everybody, and God bless you.